Hello everyone and welcome to a new reading. Today we are going to start off with the individual readings for STAYC. My brain just kind of had an error. I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say. But in this reading we're going to start off with the oldest and the leader of STAYC, which is Sumin. So let's figure out... Oh wait, before I do that. This video is going to have 4 different sections. We're going to check out her current energy, her career, her love life, and any healing messages that come through. You can check down in the description if you want to skip around, or you can listen to the whole thing, which will be fine either way. And now we can jump into her reading. I forgot that I have to explain. So, how is Sumin currently doing? Oh, we have the High Priestess reverse, the 3 of Wands. Oh, and 2 cards just came out. That's fine. We have the King of Swords and the 5 of Wands. There you go. So, currently, it feels like there's a sense of conflict going on. Or conflict is on the horizon, it seems. So, in her current moment... we have like her past, her present, and the immediate future. We could put it that way. So in her past, we have the High Priestess reversed. It kind of feels like the energy that is currently affecting her from her past is something that she may be constantly holding onto, but at the same time ignoring. So it feels like a ghost. Okay, not literally. But the energy that's here is like a ghost that is like lingering and following her all the time, and seems like she's always trying to ignore it. With High Priestess, we're talking about intuition, we're talking about emotions, we're talking about all of the subconscious side of herself. So this is something that she may have seen like a flash of, but she hasn't been fully aware of what it is that's bothering her. But I also I did a whole because in the previous reading that I just did, the High Priestess came up as well in the same section. The only difference is that it was upright. On this one, it's reversed. So it definitely feels like Sumin is in a place where she's a little bit out of balance, and she's finding it very difficult to become aware of the issue that is bothering her. And it has come to the place where she's currently not even aware of that like nagging feeling that she may have within herself. The 3 of Wands is talking about external help coming in. You know, this will be kind of like her looking at, will it be the horizon? Well, looking into the distance and seeing that there's little boats coming in. It's people ready to help. The 3 of Wands talks about someone that's looking to the future, looking to improve, you know, thinking of taking action, thinking of, I guess, what's the next move or what's the next best thing. So it seems like in her current moment, she is focusing in the future. So it seems like she's kind of ignoring this High Priestess and is focusing more towards the future that is ahead of her. It seems like she's trying to stay optimistic, trying to look forward to a brighter future. She's trying to move towards that. And it seems like there could be a sign of something great coming through. It could be people that are ready to help. It could be maybe a new opportunity coming into her life. Usually I see the 3 of Wands as contracts, or I see as a good time to make business. However, with the 3 of Wands, it could just mean like someone that's ready to take action, and they know what they're going for because they can see in the distance what it is that they're wishing for. It feels like she has like a friend. You know, this black cat makes me think of a companion that's very loyal and very sensitive to that, to intuitive like feelings, or has a good gut feeling or follows it. And I feel that it's someone that she really trusts. So maybe she has a pet. I don't know if she does, but if she does, that will be very interesting. Or maybe there is someone that she finds a lot of comfort in talking to and about her problems or her issues. And I do feel that this person or pet or whoever, this loyal companion, I do feel that this loyal companion is aware of this High Priestess energy, but I feel that the communication to express that to Sumin hasn't really happened, so it has been. So I do feel that she's still like unaware of that high priestess reversed. So she's still not aware of what's bothering her, or she's not aware of what's dragging her down. Now, in the future, so currently, there's the future that she's looking at with those 3 little boats is this King of Swords upright and the 5 of Wands upright. So there's a sense of conflict. So the 5 of Wands talks about fighting. It could be physically fighting, or there could be an argument, since we have the the King of Swords. Swords talks about communication, ideas, intellect, and Wands talks about taking action, being inspired, following your passions, that kind of thing. So with both of these cards put together, it could be a sense of maybe creative differences, or people that want to go down different paths, and she is the one that has to put her foot down and be like, okay, this is what we're going to talk about, this is how we're going to solve it. So I do feel that in the immediate future, people could come in ready to help her. However, everyone has their own different idea of how the problem can be solved, or what's the next step to take, or what path is the right one to take. So I do feel that, it's very fitting as a leader, she will have to be the one that kind of steps forward and says, this is what's going to be done. She's going to be very calm. She's going to be very collected, very cool. The 3 C's, cool, calm, and collected. And she's going to be able to effectively express her ideas and kind of put it together and be able to make a path where everyone can work together and actually move forward in a way that will be very beneficial for everyone involved. So I do feel that she's a very good leader. It does feel that she's very good at making sure everyone is heard and making sure that everyone is expressing their thoughts and working with all of them at the same time. So I do feel that there's a sense of there will be conflict, but I don't see it going too out of hand. I think that she has it under control, and it definitely feels like currently she's in a state where there's something bothering her and it's kind of lingering, but it's not necessarily getting in the way of her job. It's not getting in the way of the path that she wants to take and the actions that she's, the steps that she's taking forward. So it definitely feels that currently she's in a state where there is something that is bothering her, but it's not getting in the way of her leadership, nor is it getting in the way of the path and journey that she's going through. So the king will be victorious, and in this case, she's a king. Now let's go on to the next section of her reading, which is her career. So what's going on with Sumin's career? We have the full moon in Leo go wild, and we have that one came out very quickly. We have mystery. We have dark matter with a keyword mystery. I just thought of, will it be highlight or will it be beast if I'm talking about mystery? They had a song called Mystery. I think that was the one that had like the skateboard and the fingers with skateboarding. I don't know how that could be relevant to her career, but that one just randomly came up. So maybe now talking about the cards, it feels like with this dark matter in the mystery, it doesn't mean that something bad is going to happen, not at all. But with that high priestess reverse, it kind of shows that it may not, whatever happened in her past that I was kind of worried about, it seems like it's not going to be something that will interrupt the path that she's currently on. Here we have Leo with which is a fire sign, and Leo is a sign that does talk about the creative field. It talks about being optimistic, being very confident, following your passions. Leo has this royal pride of following their dreams. And with this full moon in Leo go wild, it definitely feels like right now she's being encouraged to just do as she wishes, to just follow the path that she wants to take. Maybe if you see the surroundings of this lion, she may not really know what path to take or where to go or what direction she should head, because it feels like it's very bare, right? It feels like there's nothing. It feels like the land is not fertile, it's not vital. It feels like things are not working out or there's no future for them. However, with this full moon in Leo, there's this sense of, for her career, she needs to be confident. She needs to trust that things are going to work out. And it definitely feels that she will be a lot more creative, or more creative projects are going to come through. With this full moon, it feels like eventually she's going to see things a little bit clearer, because the moon, when it's a full moon, is at its peak of its energy. It's someone that is being filled with emotion, but at the same time, it's not like the energy of the sun, right? The energy of the sun will be someone that is, full force, just pushing forward. But with the energy of the moon, it's a little bit more subtle. It's like being filled with energy, but it's still subtle. It's the energy of someone that it's motivated, their emotions are in alignment, and, she's ready to move forward, but not to the point that she will be like, get out of my way, and like pushing people aside, right? There's this sense of, she can still think clearly and take action, which right here, it kind of feels like that's the energy that she has, right? Someone that is filled with energy, with all that want and fire within her. She's ready to move forward, but at the same time, she has her ideas put together. She knows how to think clearly and how to move forward and take action, but still being able to avoid conflict, solve conflict, and all of that. So now let's talk about this dark matter energy, right? With the energy of Leo, there's a sense of just having confidence and pushing forward. The confidence of someone that knows that they have the tools to get their dreams to come true and just to get things done. But with this dark matter, it explains to me why the High Priestess is there. So the dark matter with the mystery, it kind of shows that, there's something there that cannot be seen. It's definitely working, it's definitely changing things, but it's not seen. So I do feel that currently, Sumin is in the hands of the universe. So what I mean by that is that there's just so much action she can take, and there's just so much she can push forward to do something. And it feels like in her career, that's when she's going to feel it the most. There's going to be things like, oh, she wants to do this, she wants to do that, and all of those things to reach her dreams or get closer to those projects that she wants to work on. But with this dark matter, it kind of feels like there's a divine force that is sometimes getting on the way, or sometimes opening doors for her to go through. So in this case, it definitely feels like she kind of just has to like surrender or give in to the universe in the way that just kind of trust that whatever is happening is for a reason, and she doesn't have to force anything at this point. It definitely feels like whatever help is coming through is a blessing in disguise. Well, not in disguise, it's just a blessing. Or if things don't work out, that's the blessing in disguise, right? Like it's a detour. It's trying to push her in the right direction, and by the right direction, I mean like the direction that will benefit her the most. I do want to mention that there's a bunch of butterflies right here, which made me think of transformation. One of the butterflies is on the mouth of this girl, so it makes me think that maybe Sumin, I just said it in such a way that I thought I said it wrong. She's going through a period where she's learning how to communicate her words. She's transforming in such a way that maybe at the present moment, life is encouraging her to not really speak about it, because there might be a lot of changes that she will go through that eventually will change her perspective often. And I do feel that she values the strength and the weight that her words carry. So she doesn't want to come off as wishy-washy. She doesn't want to come off as someone that is indecisive. With all the fire energy, she is someone that is very direct, very determined, and very straightforward, even blunt at times, very honest. So I do feel that she will not really appreciate going through these transformations and then coming off as being wishy-washy, when in reality she's just learning and growing. So I do feel that there's a sense of, life is telling her to stay quiet during this transformation, so that she can learn, gather more understanding and more knowledge of the unknown. And that will definitely benefit her career. Let's see more information about Sumin's career. Oh goodness, this is good. Okay, so we have the Death card, which is Scorpio energy, and then we have the Ace of Swords, which is what made me go like, this is good. So, the Death card talks about transformation, it talks about change. This one we see is kind of like the Phoenix rising, right? Something ends in order for something new to be born. So this Death card is kind of showing that she will go through a transformation, again with the butterflies, a big transformation she's going to go through, and that will be reflected in her career, and that might allow her to be a lot more confident. That might allow her to just go for it and trust that things are going to work out. But the other thing that is going to benefit her with this Ace of Swords, the new beginning is one filled with communication, one of clarity, one where she will be inspired. She will just have the right words. She will just know how to persuade people and convince them if she needs to. She will be very charming with this Leo energy and the Ace of Swords. She will be very, she will be victorious, right? Her mind is in the right place. Her ideas are in the right basket, if that makes sense. So she knows which projects to take. She knows how to think about them. She knows how to solve it, because now she has the knowledge that she needs. So the transformation that she's going through will allow her to not only speak her truth and also be very clear of her ideas, but also it will allow her to just have the knowledge to know how to think about things, how to analyze them, and how to process them. So I do feel that she's still filled with like action and ready to move forward. She has a lot of intense energy trying to move forward. And I guess it will be someone that has a very strong Mars. I don't know anything about her necessarily, and I don't really know about her chart or anything, so you guys tell me how true that is. But it definitely feels that energy is slowly being cooled down a little bit by allowing her to think a little bit before she takes actions and stuff along those lines that will benefit her in being easier to work with, because she has strong communication. Now let's go on to the third section of her reading, which is her love life. So what's going on with Sumin's love life? A lot of cards came out. I'm going to take the top one of the ones I just spilled out, which we have last quarter moon in Aries. Work through your feelings. What's going on with Sumin's love life? And then we have endurance. The card is rock with the keyword endurance. So with that Aries energy, it definitely feels like she is pushing forward. It seems like her I don't know about her chart, so I wouldn't want to say that she has a Venus in Aries, but maybe during an Aries season, now that we are in that time, something could happen with this last quarter moon in Aries. It feels like she's ending a cycle. She's about to, she's reaching the falling action of her love life with work through your feelings. We did have the High Priestess reversed right there, so maybe she's working through her emotions, maybe something that she has to let go of, maybe a past relationship that didn't work out, or maybe the ideas she has of romance and love is something that she has to work through. Here we have the word rock with the keyword endurance. So it definitely feels like she may have gone through, a rocky relationship or a tough time, or maybe things are not working out in her love life the way that she wants it. And because of that, life is kind of encouraging her to work through her emotions, try to see things clearly, try to, clear all that negativity, those limiting beliefs, those things that are holding her back, and instead use that as a way to strengthen herself, right? Here we see mountains, and to me, mountains usually symbolize a sense of, hardships ahead, right? Not necessarily conflict, but like a hard road ahead. And seeing how a tree is kind of like growing from, just rocks and being very strong and all of that, it kind of makes me think that life is trying to encourage her to learn from the hardships she has had in love, or the difficulties that she has overcome in love. Life is definitely encouraging her to use that as a tool to grow stronger, to be happier, to another form of rebirth, right? Trying to see the good and the bad, but also growing from that. And to me, trees symbolize wisdom, so I do feel like growing a lot wiser, being in harmony again. But she has to be very selfish at this point. What I mean selfish is she has to think about herself, about her emotions, about how she thinks about things, about what actions she wants to take, what brings her confidence. So it definitely feels like right now for her love life, she has to focus on herself a little bit more, so like that she can build up the strength within herself. I do feel that right now if she wants a relationship or something, she may want to like hold off a little bit on that, because it definitely feels like she's growing within herself and trying to with that endurance. Maybe there's a relationship that she needs to put more work in, or maybe she just needs to put more work within herself in order to continue staying determined and positive and all of that. There is a sense of fire and earth, right? So a sense of staying passionate, staying inspired, and trying to stay, look forward in an optimistic way towards relationships and towards the ending of them as well. Or when things don't work out, to also look at them as a way of like a learning experience rather than a punishment. And with this earth energy, is kind of like grounding all that energy to become stable and to be able to stay within the realms of reality. That's how it came out. But just being very realistic about the situation that she's in and how to get out of it. Now let's get a little bit more details about Sumi's love life. We have okay, hold up. We have, is it the Emperor? Oh yeah, it's the Emperor. I thought it was the Hierophant. But we have the Emperor reverse and the Six of Pentacles upright. So it feels like in her love life, she needs to focus on herself and try to get that endurance in order for her to be able to find a relationship that's filled with equal give and take, and someone that is going to bring her a lot of abundance, a lot of maybe even money, but definitely someone that's going to make her very happy and is going to give her just as much as she's giving to that person. On the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles, so someone that can definitely provide some money and some material wealth, maybe a house, a place to live in, a comfortable job, all of that. Someone that can definitely provide for her all of these benefits in the 3D world. He could also be someone that's very stable, someone that's very mature, someone that cares about their career. So someone that's leaning more towards that type of energy. Seems like she will eventually find someone like that. But just like this person is very grounded and very stable, she kind of needs to reach that point where she's very grounded and stable herself. So they can both see eye to eye. Also, with the Emperor reverse, we have Aries energy reverse. So she definitely, it feels like she hasn't found a person that she's comfortable with, or she hasn't found someone. When I saw this card, I thought it was a Hierophant, and when it was reversed, I thought that it meant that she hadn't found someone that was going to commit to her, or she was struggling. That felt more like it. I don't think that she was struggling to commit herself. I think she just couldn't find people that would commit to her. But eventually she's going to find someone that is very caring and loves to help other people and will be an equal partner to her and will give to her just as much as she's giving to this person. I do feel that with this Aries energy, she is someone that comes off a little bit too strongly. I did mention earlier that she may have a very strong Mars in her chart, which means that she is a warrior. She's very straightforward. She's always driven and very motivated to always push forward. She never looks back. As the Three of Wands kind of symbolize someone that doesn't really look back. So yeah, she is a wreck to be dealt with, if that makes sense. Like, she is someone that is constantly on the move, always pushing forward. She doesn't mind the mess that she makes or the mess that she leaves behind. She's always pushing forward. So I do feel that with this Emperor reverse, she didn't find someone that was up to her caliber, or she didn't find someone that could handle the fire that she has within her. Again, she seems to be very intense and filled with this growing fire that is hungry to just continue exploring the world and learning and just doing things and taking action. So yeah, with that Emperor, she was lacking someone that could definitely just handle who she is as a person, especially in love. I do feel that she's just jumps into it blindly and goes like, this is it, this is the one. She could have a Venus in Aries, now that I say that, but I don't even know. I didn't check her birthday, so if I knew her birthday, then I'll have an idea if she could possibly even have a Venus in Aries. But yeah, anywho, I'm saying that because when you have a Venus in Aries, you have an individual that when they, the type of love that they give is very blunt, is very raw, It's definitely it's filled with passion. It's definitely someone that doesn't hold back because it's very straightforward. And it's definitely someone that is always the initiator. So that's what I'm saying, very straightforward. So it seems like she needs someone, or she will find someone that will balance her out by giving her stability. It's going to be someone that can give her a foundation to like stand on. It is going to be someone that can definitely handle the fiery hits that she's going to send their way, because this person is solid. Solid, not only with her money, but also as a personality. Now, to end off Sumin's reading, let's go with her healing messages. So what healing messages are coming through for her? So healing messages for Sumin. Oh. So we have the Elephant Spirit. How many cards are these? 2. Perfect. Okay. So we have the Elephant Spirit. We learn from the past. So seems like, okay, so her past is not weighing her down. However, it will be very beneficial for her to look back, because the elephant to me talks about someone that is just like breaking obstacles and moving forward and pushing forward, never looking back. So the energy that she already has. However, with this elephant spirit, I do feel that there's this sense of an energy that comes through to her to heal her, and like almost tell her, look back at all the obstacles you have encountered and how you overcame every single one of them, and try to learn from them. Because I do feel that there's not much baggage that she has, but if she were to look back, she will be able to see how much growth she has gone through, and because of that, even grow even more. So I do feel that this elephant spirit is definitely encouraging her to, take a look back, and maybe there's a little bit of baggage, but not, not to the point that it's weighing her down, just enough that she may want to take a look at it. Especially with that high priestess reverse, I do feel that she may have felt things and stuff. With all of this energy, it kind of makes me think of how Aries, it could be someone that can blindly move forward and just trust that the universe has their back, but at the same time, because they have that way of seeing things, they don't really reflect much upon anything. So yeah, they don't have baggage, but there's still things that they have to learn and look back upon and reflect and kind of like pause. So I do feel that this elephant spirit will learn from the past. She's been encouraged to reflect a little bit, just so she can understand things for what they are, rather than just going through the motions of things. So not necessarily anything bad, just a bit of advice, The next card that we have right here is the Spider Spirit. Make your dreams real, but it's reversed. So I do feel that she may have some difficulties with this Three of Wands. It kind of feels like she, Sumin is going through a moment where she has a goal in mind. Even in her love life, we kind of saw that there's something that she wants, and she kind of knows what she wants, but she doesn't really know how to get there, or how to make it real, or how to make it happen. The Wands energy that she has is still the energy of people that are thinking of taking action, but they haven't really fully taken action. Yeah, there's conflict, but that seems like it's a natural thing that's going to come through. She's not initiating that conflict. So it definitely feels like she hasn't really made a move for these transformations to go through, but she will eventually reach the point where a move will have to be made. It seems like she's just seeing the pieces fall into place and kind of understanding what that means and how to go about it. So with the Spider Spirit reverse, it kind of feels like there's still a little bit more going on. There's still a little bit more of the web to weave. There's still a little bit more of connections that have to come through. With this spider card and this 3 like boats that were in the Three of Wands, it definitely feels like there's still there's going to be people or situations that are still in the works to come for her. So there's still pieces that haven't fallen into place, and it feels like it's people that will bring her into certain situations that she will learn from and grow from. So it definitely feels like there's still more going on in her journey, but it feels like life is the one that is taking care of it. This big mystery, it definitely feels like there's still things that she has to learn, but that's because life hasn't really put them in front of her yet. Not just yet. But the last card that we have right here is the Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself. Oh, this is very cute. You know what this reminded me? How apparently squirrels have this thing that, they have like their nuts or whatever. I wanted to say hazelnut for some reason. They bury it somewhere for later, and then they forget about it, and then a tree grows from it. So it definitely feels like there's like little things that she does that she will have to come back to and learn from those things, or like see the, I guess, the fruit of her unintentional labor, right? Like she planted something and then all of a sudden it grows into this beautiful tree out of nowhere, and she will have to go back and like see, oh, so that's what I did. Oh, so that's what happened. Oh, that's the effect of, her actions. I don't feel like she's doing anything wrong necessarily. I just feel like she hasn't really realized the impact that she has and the power that she carries with her. And I feel that's very cool. I do feel that maybe in autumn, again, another sign of transformation. To me, autumn talks, how we're going through a transition of summer to winter. That's the thing. How things are slowly dying, everything's becoming bare, preparing itself for winter. It definitely feels like the transition of, going from a beginning to an end, or the end to the beginning. Definitely feels like a cycle is going through. Anyway, but with the believe in yourself, it definitely feels like life, here we have confidence. Here we have, the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, and even this Aries energy. It definitely feels like life is just telling her to, feel confident that she's a good leader, that she's going down the right path, and that things will work out for her in the way that maybe she doesn't expect them to work out the way that they do, but eventually she'll definitely have her dreams come true. So there's a lot of good things for her at the present moment, and things are just making their way to that. But I do feel that you guys will see a lot of those transformations in her career. She's going to be a lot more confident. She'll just speak up and you guys will just know. She may seem a bit different, but that's just a transformation that she naturally went through. But yeah, woof. I'll leave that there. This reading was filled with so much positivity. I'm so happy for her. I really enjoyed reading for her. Her energy is just filled with so much happiness, and I'm really glad I read for her. It did fill me up with a lot of love, a lot of happiness, a lot of maybe not necessarily confidence, but it made me very happy nonetheless. So yeah, I'll leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Love and healing from my part to you. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next person. Bye.